These are the countries that receive the most international visitors in West Africa in no particular order. In this video, I want to discuss the 5 most visited countries in West Africa. The West Africa region is home to 15 member states called the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Each country is unique and has amazing culture, people, beautiful natural environment, and quintessential destinations that international tourists cherish. The number of international tourists a country receives varies each year depending on a number of factors, which can include security, political stability, and promotion. For example, Ghana received significantly more international visitors in the year they tagged the year of return. Despite the various factors that affect the number of tourists received, these are the countries that receive the most international visitors in West Africa in no particular order. Cote D'Ivoire has 550 kilometers of coastline, and the year-round pleasant weather assures that a trip to the beach is a memorable experience. Ivory Coast has some of the world's most magnificent beaches and harbors. There are numerous chances for water sport as well. The majority of international travel in Ivory Coast originates in Abidjan, the country's economic capital. Ivory Coast International Getaway is in this city. The Abidjan International Airport has connection to the majority of the world's major cities. One of the most popular locations in Cote d'Ivoire is the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace, Yamoussoukro. It was finished in 1990 and was inspired by the Vatican and covers an area 30,000 square meters. The building is a product of the period Renaissance and Baroque style and is reminiscent of old European architecture. It has space to have up to 18,000 worshippers. Mount Nimba is surreal and lush. It is a UNESCO Heritage Site and is covered in a dense forest. Mount Nimba is rich in flora and fauna. One can come across some of the rarest breeds of chimpanzees here. Kakum National Park is one of the largest national parks in West Africa. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an attraction for tourists. The park is a delight for international nature lovers. There are other national parks and tourist attractions in Cote d'Ivoire. If not for anything else, the most famous Ivory Coast export is hospitality. The people of Ivory Coast are not just high-spirited but immensely charming and friendly. The most recent figures show that Ghana does receive up to 1 million international tourists to the country. So why do international tourists choose to visit Ghana? Ghana is maybe the only West African country with a lengthy history of democratic stability and thriving economy. As a result, the area is considered a safe all-weather travel destination. The country has low crime, no insurgents, and is particularly welcoming to travelers. This is a country where peace reigns supreme. Ghana's capital city, Accra, is one of the best destinations in Ghana for tourists. The several beaches surrounding the city, particularly Labandi Beach, are extremely popular with visitors. Accra is home to National Museum, which houses many of Ghana's historic artifacts. The National Theatre, the International Trade Fair, the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial, and Independence Square are famous tourist attractions. Markets, fantastic cuisine, wonderful music, and a lot of traffic can be found at every turn. Many tourists are also interested to see the creativity at the casket stores. Ghana is not only about the capital city Accra, there are other wonderful areas of Ghana that appeal to tourists. Cape Coast is a former European colonial capital and one of the most culturally significant spots in all of Africa. Because of the history of Cape Coast, many tourists are highly interested in visiting this landmark. Originally called Cabo Coso by the Portuguese, the town was once sadly the largest slave trading center in West Africa. Many tourists use Cape Coast as a base for exploring Anomobo, Elmina, and Kakum National Park. Many tourists who love wildlife can have a good time in Kakum National Park. A visit to Kakum National Park makes a great day trip for Cape Coast for tourists. Other notable places that tourists go in Ghana are Lake Bosumtwe and Lake Volta. Kumasi, the second largest city in Ghana, is also an option for tourists. This was once the capital of the powerful Ashanti Kingdom. The city itself is still heavy with Ashanti traditions. What is not to love about Nigeria? A lot of international tourists love to visit one of the biggest and most influential countries in West Africa and the whole of Africa. Nigeria is one of the largest countries. Wonderful fauna, gorgeous mountains, enormous forests, and lovely cities cover over 300,000 square miles. There is a lot to see and do in Nigeria, including fantastic beaches, water parks, street markets, museums, architectural marvels, national parks, and other spectacular sites. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa and ranks 7th on World Countries by Population list. With over 200 ethnic groups and diverse culture, tourists love to meet Nigerians. Nigerians are very open and friendly. There are a lot of great and amazing people to meet in Nigeria. The one place that has the most tourists in Nigeria is Lagos. Lagos has everything you will love and some things you might dislike. But that's part of what makes the country's commercial and most populated metropolis appealing. You'll find it all here: culture, business, innovation, fashion, nature, entertainment, art, nightlife, hustle and bustle, fun and leisure. While most international tourists adore Lagos, but there are other cities in Nigeria where tourists can have a good time. Abuja is the most beautiful city in Nigeria and one of the most beautiful cities in Africa. This is a city that was well planned and built from scratch. There is a lot to do in Abuja. Nigeria is a massive country with holiday resorts in many regions of the country. There is Yankari Game Reserve and other national parks for tourists who love safari. The Lekki Conservation Center, which is the longest canopy walkway in Africa, may appeal to tourists. The Lekki Conservation Center is an haven of nature in the midst of Lagos urban mayhem. With booming music scene in Nigeria and Nigeria Afrobeat taking over the world, any tourist who loves entertainment has it all in Nigeria. If you haven't heard, Nigeria love to party regardless of occasions of time of the day. Almost every celebration is a mini festival. The major ones such as weddings are well massive. The weddings in Nigeria are almost a tourist attraction. The Gambia is one of the most sought after destinations in the West African region. It is the smallest country within mainland Africa. Superb climate, friendly locals, quiet beach resort, and diverse wildlife are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the reasoning behind tourists going to the Gambia. Like other countries in West Africa, the Gambia experiences almost uninterrupted sunshine. The Gambia is a fantastic winter sun destination for international tourists. Tourists love the Gambian amazing beachfront hotels. While the sand and sea do tempt a lot of international tourists, there are also other varieties of accommodation options in the Gambia. Whether it's 5-star luxury holiday, 2-star comfort, a lodge floating on the river Gambia, or a stylish eco retreat, this range of quality accommodation will suit all manner of holiday makers. With idyllic beach, the Gambia Holiday Resort have a range of activities, excursions, and destinations to discover. Many tourists have shared their memories of amazing time in the Gambia. Senegal is neighbor to the Gambia. Dakar is the Senegal's capital city and acts as a port city too. Like Ivory Coast, the official language of Senegal people is French. The several reasons why many international tourists travel to Senegal include its various attractions such as magnificent beaches, World Heritage Sites, unique art, wildlife, and heavenly music. The Senegalese have a concept called teranga. Teranga is a concept where everyone should be welcome and cared for without considering differences such as beliefs, race, religion, and ethnicity. The practice of teranga makes local host visitors by default. The locals will greet visitors warmly as they walk across the street and act as a guide within the city, market, and many other places. In simple terms, Senegalese are very hospitable, and this might be one of the reasons why international tourists go to Senegal. Islands of Gori, which is a World Heritage Site, is very popular with lot of tourists. There are other 6 World Heritage Sites in Senegal. Islands of Gori, located off Dakar's coast and sadly was famously known for being the most significant slave trade capital in Africa, played a vital role in the criminal Atlantic slave trade connecting Africa to the Western world. Architectural enthusiast visitors usually marvel at the architecture of the Dakar Grand Mosque, which shares a lot of architectural design history. Senegal has beautiful and vast beaches across across its over 300 miles of Atlantic coastline. Visitors have the privilege of visiting the pink lake named Lac Rose. Its color is a natural occurrence resulting from Dunaliella salina algae attracted to the water's high salinity. Fun activities visitors engage in include floating on the salty water and driving around to have a better view of the lake. Senegal has a unique art scene. Many visitors feel excited to explore the Senegalese art market. Senegal has the tallest statue in Africa continent, which is named the African Renaissance Monument. It is 52 meters long. It showcases a man, a woman and a child. It was built to celebrate 50 years of independence from France and completed in 2010. The coastline of the capital of Senegal is a renowned surfing destination across the world. Ngor is known for the best spot for surfing. Senegal National Park is available for fantastic safari drives with limitless opportunity to spot wildlife and bird viewing experiences. Cape Verde is a unique country in West Africa region, shaped like a huge horseshoe. Cape Verde's 10 islands have a dramatic landscape that blends gorgeous beaches and gargantuan volcanoes, picture postcard, seaport and sunset enhanced by wind-blown sand from the nearby Sahara. Cape Verde culture is diverse and vibrant. Cape Verde offers a great diversity of landscape from volcanic peaks to verdant highlands, all surrounded by a beautiful blue equatorial ocean. Cape Verde has seen a significant increase in tourist rates in recent years. After getting independence from Portugal in 1975, the newly born nation, which was almost devoid of natural resources, initially struggling to find its footing. Given their long history of self-reliance, it was only a matter of time before the Cape Verdeans found their way. With one of the highest economic growth rates in sub-Saharan Africa, Cape Verde has managed to slash its poverty level by around 50% and jumped from the least developed to middle income status on the World Trade Organization chart. Tourism has been one of the main engines of their economic growth. The islands have gone from receiving almost zero tourists in the 1990s to becoming one of the new frontiers of West African tourism. Each of the 15 members of the Economic Community of West African States is unique, and the West Africa region is unique in Africa. Something all the countries in the West African regions have in common is how they warmly welcome visitors, and the hospitality is second to none. Hope you find this video useful. Thank you for watching and God bless.